the game underway. It goes high to the left. Brown takes it well, decides to run it back in. The whole front row up there quickly. Tumavare goes to acting halfback. It's a bad pass taken well though by Freeman. Referee detects a knock on. Danger in the opening minutes for Auckland. Ellis at acting halfback. Puts the ball back to Patrick in a drop goal position. The Auckland cover up. Thick blue line up quickly. Lulai throws a long ball out to Hick. And Mabaki tries his luck, chips over the defence. The ball just rolls out dead. Good thinking from Mabaki.
Substitution for Hull, number 14, Phil Windley, for number 4, Dana Hara.
As you just heard the substitution, number 14, Phil Windley, takes the field and replace number 4, Dane O'Hara. As O'Regan tries to burst through, unloads well. Back to Cooper, dances one tattle. And Cooper in space, running across field, puts it inside to Brown. Long ball out from Brown, taken well by Iro. Out to Horo. Going down the far side, is he going to go in the corner? And he does, goes in a yard from the corner flag. Far side of the field. And 10 minutes of the game gone.
Number 5, Shane Horo.
And Horo puts the first points on the board for Auckland. Trail coming about from Cooper's crossfield run. Pass out to Peter Brown and a long cutout pass to Kevin Iro. Quick hands onto Mark Horo. He slips the old full back and goes in about 5 yards from touch. Brown comes up, right footed, the kick's high. Just hits the right hand upright. So with 11 minutes of the game gone, the score, Hull FC 0, Auckland 4. And short ball inside to Elgar, but he's held up by Tumavare. About 15 yards inside the Auckland half of the field as Winley takes it up from acting halfback, puts the kick deep. Man's there to cover, he's got Patton in support, but Mann decides to take it himself. Runs straight. The challenge comes in from Luluai and Hick. Cooper on to Freeman. Back to Patton. He's taken and pushed back in the challenge by Tomlinson. Ball to Peter Brown. Looking for the gap. Auckland trapped at the moment in their own 25. Now they bring it along the line. And ball out to Panapa. Clarkson does just enough. And Cooper, short pass inside to O'Regan, burst the challenge. He's got Kaiser in support. There's a pass out onto Freeman, back inside to Cooper. Cooper goes round Pearce, I thought Pearce had him. And Cooper goes in. It's about 5 yards to the left-hand side of the post. I was just saying that Auckland seem to be trapped in their own quarter. And the burst came from Ron O'Regan. He burst his way through. I think a little surprised as he broke the tackle. And then they just played along through the halfbacks, enabling Cooper to go in, despite the despairing challenge from Gary Pearce. Auckland 8, the conversion attempt from Brown to come. Just 23 minutes of the game gone. This time Brown makes no mistake.
Conversion for Auckland, number 8, Peter Brown.
And takes the score to Hull FC 0, Auckland 10. This try for Auckland coming straight down centre field, cutting the Hull cover to ribbons. Cooper goes round, Pearce's despairing dive, goes in by the side of the post. Well, it's a Freeman, but Freeman bounced to the ground. And a solid challenge by Tomlinson. And again, Hull mauling at the play of the ball. This time, Auckland play down the narrow side, short ball out from Cooper. Misiro is tackled just in from the touchline, far side of the field. This time his hooker makes the break. It's the ball back to Iro. Auckland have the overlap and Oro goes in for his second try of the night. Referee calls them back for the forward pass. So a let off for Hull FC. Aided by Wello, and Kayser's thrown back in the challenge. Now Brown takes up the run-in. Fourth tackle gone, Auckland made no ground. Now Timavare slips one challenge, looking to get the pass away. And Proctor comes over the top to infect the challenge. The six tackles coming up as Hull move up quickly. There's Timavare, comes away from Martin, half back, puts it on to Freeman. He's looking around for support, he's got Cooper and Hooker with him. This time he puts it out to Horo, back inside to Cooper, he takes it well, but the taken by Hick inside the Hull FC 25. But just again, when I was saying that one team was trapped inside their own quarter, away they come, bring the ball along the line and go virtually the length of the field. Thomason brings the ball away. On the burst, makes about 10 yards. This is taken to ground by O'Regan. Patrick acting half-back. Freeman was round there quickly, but Patrick gets a lovely kick away. Rolls into touch about 5 yards inside the Auckland half of the field. Thomason's prize for the move, aided by Ellis. It's Tomlinson that takes it up. Drives straight at Brown. And Kaiser comes in over the top. They're just 5 yards from the Auckland line. Short ball inside, onto Proctor. Patrick back inside, onto Sharp, finally it's Wellham that comes away, puts the ball back out. Onto Winley, I think it is, and Winley goes in, just 5 yards from the post. Looked like Proctor was about to die with the ball, but somehow he managed to throw a low pass. Winley backing up well, took it off his bootlaces. Oh, went straight in about 3 yards to the right hand side of the pole. Try coming for Hull as they play tight in the forwards. Working the run-around move, it's Proctor who finally gets the final pass out to Winley. Round behind the Auckland player. Leaving Pearce with an easier conversion attempt. And he makes no mistake. Freeman bounced to the ground by Hick. Mahuka trying to go for a little jaunt from acting halfback. It's Freeman to Cooper. It's it out to Tumavare. Now O'Regan slips the challenge, he's looking around for support, he's got Freeman with him. Freeman takes up the running now, he's on his own. First goes left, first goes right, a good run by the half-back number 7, Gary Freeman, and he goes in for the try for Hull, for Auckland. And what a way to hit back. Again, missed tackles by Hull, allowing Auckland to break straight up centre field. Ball outside to Gary Freeman. He has got about 50 yards to go. He goes one way, goes the other. Sells Hull a barrel full of dummies. And he goes in for the try. And Brown lines up the kick, and he makes no mistake.
Conversion for Auckland, number 8, Peter Brown.
Takes the score now to Hull FC 6, Auckland 16. Taken just short of the 25. Delgar puts the high pass out to Pearce. Pearce taken by Cooper. Hull using the forwards to bring the ball away at the moment. Tomlinson tries his luck. Looks to turn. Brown comes in over the top to effect the challenge. Sharp back inside. Onto Wellham. Slips one challenge. It's the ball back inside to Winley. He's looking around for support. He's on his own. There was a trip on Elgar as he came through to support Winley. The referee allows it to go. And finally it's Cooper who's penalised for the professional foul. 5 yards inside his own half of the field, allowing Pearce to take play even further into Auckland territory with the kick. Patrick will restart. Tomlinson prides himself for the run, takes up the ball now. Held by Brown and Cooper. Inside the Auckland quarter. Hull FC played along the line. Ball back inside to Proctor. He pirouettes out to one challenge. Now Hull playing the set pieces. Wellham gets the ball out. Now on to Sharp, he's got support, he's looking round. Winley takes it up. But he's bundled around by Freeman. Just 10 yards short of the Auckland line. Hull FC play out the long ball to Hicks. Short ball to Luluai. Luluai going in. Luluai goes in the corner. But a yard from the corner flag. Coventry side of the boulevard. Takes the score now to Hull FC 10, Auckland 16. About 5 minutes of the second half gone. Hull FC try coming out from this long ball from Sharp. Finds Hick running onto it perfectly. Short ball out to Luluai. He beats the cover to go in by the corner flag. Pearce comes right back to the perimeter fence to start his run. Comes up right-footed, the kick curls, but just doesn't curl enough, so the score remains Auckland 10. Sorry, Hull FC 10, Auckland 16. Cooper. On to Ropati, but he's driven back in a solid challenge. And it's a Hull FC ball. This time referee gives Hull FC a free kick. And bit of back chat from number 7 Freeman. And Pearce decides he's going to kick for goal. Try to narrow the score. The score, remember, Hull FC 10, Auckland 16. And kick slightly to the left of the post. Well within Pearce's kicking range. The kick comes up and curls right nicely. Takes the score to Hull FC. 12. Auckland 16. And Ropati comes up for the restart. Puts a high kick deep. Clarkson takes it well. Still run it towards the 25. Good challenge from Kaiser. Takes Clarkson to ground as Patrick goes up the blind side. Makes about 10 yards in his little jaunt. And Winley. Puts a high ball. It's taken well though by Sharp. And coming through at speed. And ball out to Pearce. Puts the high kick. Patton's chasing it, but the ball rolls into touch, just 10 yards short of the Auckland line. The try from Hull a few minutes ago really lifted their heads, brought new life back into the team. So it'll be Winley to feed the scrum for Hull FC. The back's lining out very deep. And he gets the pass, goes the run around with Ellis. Ellis decides to take it himself, puts it on to Sharp. Ball back to Hick, but he just couldn't get his challenge away. Ball away as Patton came in over the top. Now Hull FC played out to the left. The ball to Elgar, shrugs off one player. Puts it back to Clarkson on the far side. And he's tackled just a yard short from the line. All pressure on Auckland. So put it back to Luluai. And he's driven back from the line by O'Regan. Hull FC again, bring it out left. A long pass out from Sharp onto Hick. Hull have the overlap on this side. It's Ellis. Ellis is going to go through for a try. He does. That's got the fans in front of us singing. The gap opened up. Ellis saw it. Off he went like a greyhound out of a trap to score 10 yards from the corner flag.
Number 7, Ian Ellis.
Ties the scores at Hull FC 16, Auckland 16 with a conversion attempt from Pearce to come. Coming again from the long ball from Sharp onto Hick. Yeah, finds Ellis in support and Ellis beats it, goes through the cover. Now 15 minutes of the second half gone. Scores all tied. Hush falls on the crowd as Pearce sizes up the job in front of him. Up he comes right-footed, but it goes wide of the post, so the scores remain tied. Hull FC 16, Auckland 16. O'Regan onto Byrne, looking to unload. Onto Timavare, but he's taking round the bootlaces back. Elgar. Now O'Regan again, looking for the gaps. Short chip over by Cooper, it's a chase. Panapa gets it, referee allows play on. Puts the ball back inside to Drupati. And Hick makes the challenge, a crucial, could be a try-saving challenge from Hick, the number 3 for Hull FC. Now Auckland inside the Hull FC quarters, Freeman tries his luck. Tackle just 10 yards short of the Hull FC line. O'Regan, long ball out to Brown. Puts the ball over the top to Iro, he juddles with it and he goes in. There's a try from Auckland by Kevin Iro. Try coming up as Auckland played along the line. The long ball out from Brown. Iro has to juggle with it, takes it at the second attempt and goes in unopposed. Takes. So Peter Brown with a conversion attempt. About 2 yards in from touch, this commentary side of the boulevard. It becomes right-footed, kicks high, it's turning. And doesn't turn fast enough, so the score remains Hull FC 16, Auckland 20. And Auckland come up with it. And it'll be a drop out from under the post, so the pressure's still on Auckland. Party puts the kick out to the left. Pearce is there. Ball now inside. Monte Sharp. He tries to drive his way towards the Auckland 25. And Cooper comes in with a challenge. And Patrick going himself around the blind side from acting halfback. Well on this time, an acting halfback. Winley tries to come through. Uses the sidestep. Buried under The Auckland prop Brown. Pearce back inside for Ellis. Slips one, challenges, Ellis going to go in. Diving tackle from Patton, but Ellis goes in. For the try, just 10 yards to the right-hand side of the post. So Ellis gets his second try of the night. And again ties the scores. Ball comes out to Pearce, he plays it back inside onto Ellis. He jinks one way, then the other, and goes through the despairing dive of Patton to go in for a spectacular try for Hull. Pearce starts his run, puts the kick over. Pearce playing more in the centre of this second half, allowing number 3 Hick to go off to full-back. As Patrick again drives it in for Hull FC. Sattle just 5 yards short of the line. Now Winley looking for the run around. Ball out to Ellis, he has to come back inside. Finally taken to ground by Cooper. On the Auckland 25, the 6 tackles coming up. Ball to Pearce, he tries the drop goal attempt. And it dips just under the bar. The hooker to take the tab restart on the 25. It's Brown who comes away with it, tries to use brute strength to drive it away. Held by Sharp. Hull FC have the tails up now as Auckland bring it along the line. Panapa sees the gap. It's a good ball out to Kevin Iro. Elgar's chasing, he's not got the speed. Horo goes in the middle. Good pass from Iro to Horo. Horo tries to turn Hick and Horo goes in for a try for Auckland. Move started from their own 25. A pass out from Panapa onto Kevin Horo. He made the break, but his final pass was a gem out to Sean Horo. We see Auckland playing the ball inside their own half of the field. A splendid breakout by Patton. He draws 3 Hull players and took over, then he puts it out to Kevin Iro. He has Sean Horo inside him. It's a lovely pass out to Horo. He turns the full back inside out, beats the dive and goes in for the try. Taking his time with the kick. This time it comes over, the kicks to the right of the post, so the score remains Hull FC 22, Auckland 22. But Elgar comes in, effects the challenge, it's a 5th tackle. As Cooper sees the gap, tries to go through it himself, he's looking around for support. It's the ball back to Horo. He can't hold it as the ball rolls into touch, just on halfway. Bit of indecision, a bit of argument between the Hull players, between Mabaki and number 13 Sharp. And the referee brings them back for the scrum. They're just 5 yards inside Auckland territory. Winley waits patiently to feed. And the 2 front rows having difficulty getting down. Oh, Winley feeds, but out to Ellis. To Luluai looking round for the gap. And he gets the ball out to Hick. Now Sharp takes up the running from acting half-back. It's Winley again, tries to go out from acting half-back. Brown just gets a fingertip to it. Dangerous pass from Phil Winley at this juncture in the game. Only about 5 minutes left. 2 points separate the teams. Winley feeds again, the ball shoots straight out. Picked up at the back of the scrum by Ellis. Puts it back inside to Gary Pearce. Still going. Taking on the Auckland 25. And this time it's Clarkson. Makes about 15 yards as he goes for acting half-back. And Auckland gave away the penalty. O'Regan raking the ball after the tackle had been called. So a chance for Hull FC to level the scores. They decide though to run it. Pearce puts the kick to touch. Go for the 6-pointer. Now it's Patrick, tries it himself. And he manages to ground the ball. Referee Matt Holland gives a try. Well, it looked like Patrick had been held up short. But he goes in to score. What could be a crucial try here at the Boulevard. Lucas Sean Patrick takes the tap himself and decides to bury low. Gets the try.
The try scorer for Hull, number 9, Sean Patrick.
So this game seesawing in the second half. It's Hull FC who now take the 2-point lead. Conversion attempt from Pearce to come. So we go into the final 5 minutes of this match. It's the 4th match of this Auckland tour. They've won 2, lost 1. And what can they do in the final minutes here at the Boulevard? As Pearce sets himself up for the kick. The kick's high, but it's waved away by the touch judges. So score now Hull FC 26, Auckland 24. And Freeman to feed. Referee not happy with the scrums. Good push by Hull FC and Auckland win it. Now they bring it along the line. Quick ball from Patton, picked up well by Iro. What a good challenge by Mabaki. Mabaki kicks through at the play of the ball. On to Freeman. Ball now to Horo, but he's dumped to the ground in the challenge by Gary Pearce. Frantic stuff from Auckland. They know they've got to go the length of the field to win this game. As Freeman dances his way through, puts it back to Marvari. He's tackled just 3 yards short of halfway. Now Auckland played out to the left. Long ball from O'Regan. Trupati manages to get the pass away. Now Auckland going to score in the 9 minutes. It's Iro. Ball goes loose. Brown can't hold it. It's hooking up, plays on. The referee brings them back. For the knock on as the final hooter goes here at the Boulevard. The whole players delighted with the performance. And I must say it's been inspired. I don't know what Len Casey said to the Hull FC players at half time, but it's been a really inspired performance from Hull FC in this second half. They took the game to Auckland. I suppose in the end, on all counts, worthy winners. The final score here at the Boulevard: Hull FC 26, Auckland 24.
Sunday, November the 8th, 1987, Central Park, Wigan. Today is a very dull, dank, murky November afternoon. Already at 3 p.m. the lights are on, but the spectators crowded on the terracing will be hoping that any gloom will soon be dispersed by the brilliance of these two great teams, Wigan of England and Auckland of New Zealand. The Wigan team for this afternoon at number 1 Hobson, number 2 Marshall, number 3 Stevenson, 4 Lydon, 5 Russell, 6 is Edwards and 7 Gregory. At 8 Lucas, 9 Kiss, 10 Wayne, 11 Goodway, 12 Gildart, 13 Hanley, who just led his team out, captain for today. Substitutes for Wigan are Byrne at number 14 and Potter at 15. The Auckland team in the royal blue with the white chevrons: at number 1 Creaker, at number 2 Panapa, at number 3 Hero, adding interest to this game as soon he will be a Wigan player. At 4 Tim Avave, and at 5 Shane Hero. 6 Freeman and 7 Friend. 8 Brown, 9 Hooker and 10 Lonergan. 11 Mark Oro, 12 O'Regan and 13 Cooper. 14 is Tia Rapate and 14 Peter Rapate. Referee in the centre at the moment with the two captains is Mr. Kershaw. Kershaw waving them off as Lydon high into the 25 in 22, taken by Mark Oro, driving up to the 22 line. 3 Wigan forwards hanging on to him. Hooker doing a little dummy there, and once again it's tight in the forwards, coming hard on the ball in these early stages. Hooker acting half-back and Wigan caught offside, up too quickly at the play of the ball, so the first penalty comes to Auckland. Peter Brown, open side prop forward, 12 yards in from the touchline. Hoists it high and sure over the touchline. It's marked by the touch judge, 5 yards inside the Wigan half. Hooker coming up, and once again forward, ploughing in hard, driving in. Game very much among the forwards at the moment as they sort each other out. And there was a New Zealand player standing by the side of the play of the ball. The referee's not having it. He wanted him to go back as well. So now Wigan get a penalty for New Zealand being offside at the play of the ball. Joe Lydon gets it into touch. 9 yards inside the Auckland half. Nicky Kiss coming up with the tap. Nicky Kiss decides he's going to take them on his own, and he's hurled back by good strong defensive tackling. Edwards there at first pass, and they do a switch. And it's Lucas who's trying to go through, and he's down very strongly by Brown. Came in well. Wigan keeping it in the forward as now Gildart tries to cut through, but there's no passage. Wigan working the switches, comes out to Gregory. Gregory holding it on to Goodway. Goodway's lost it. Comes straight into the welcoming arms of Auckland. Hooker coming around the narrow side onto Oro. Oro fighting for every inch of ground. Long pass from Friend across the field, and a dummy turned back in. David Stevenson up to put his man down. Friend waiting behind the play of the ball. Moving it across the field. Kick behind the Wigan defence. Little overhead kick. Danger here as Hampson takes it beautifully, running it out well. Looking for support, still on his feet. Good strong run by Hampson. Marshall, this novice first teamer, moves it inside to Gregory. Gregory back to Marshall, and Marshall is down, well tackled by the two prop forwards by Lonergan and Brown to Gregory. Gregory switching it back inside onto Wayne. Wayne puts his shoulder in. A lot of strength in these tattlers. Gregory coming over to acting half-back, flings a long one back. Lydon hoists it high in the air. It's well covered, and it's not well taken by Panaper. Fumbled it, coming inside, and Wigan have gained a lot of ground. Auckland a bit slow coming back, acting half-back, having to run it out. Creaker coming away well, giving his team time to regroup. Once again, it's tight among the acting half-backs, and they're coming onto the ball, and Wigan going to be in trouble here. I think referee said an elbow went in while he was on the ground, and so it's the penalty, which will be taken by Brown for an infringement by Wigan in the tackle. Edwards coming up very quickly, and there's a gap in the Wigan line out. Been spotted, and a good break, good play by Auckland. A good way came in with an extremely heavy tackle. Auckland moving the ball well, trying to turn it inside very nicely onto O'Regan. Regan gets it onto Hero, and Hero is being put down on the halfway line. The ball's gone loose, he's lost it. And I think this, no, he still has possession as it's played back onto Horo onto Friend. Kick behind the Wigan defence, a good kick into the Wigan 25, and it's rolling and over the touchline. And so Auckland now, for the first time, come up into the Wigan 25. Good attacking position for them here. And he's penalised Wigan for lying down in the scrum, taken quickly by Brown. Across onto Freeman. Freeman, a beautiful long pass. Wigan well stretched, and they've knocked on with the line wide up. Ball still loose. Snatched up by Wigan. Lydon having a run. Cover going across. And he can't get his pass inside, and his feet go over the touchline in what looked at for a moment as if Wigan were going to menace down the left wing, but good cover by Auckland, forced sliding over the touchline. Referee having a bit of problems with the scrummaging. There have been a few scrum penalties in these early minutes. A lot of manoeuvring in the front rows for position. And it's penalty to Wigan this time, and New Zealand penalised for not forming the scrum correctly. Referee signalling that number 9 hooker for Auckland was down on the floor too soon, and Lydon will kick for touch down the Auckland right wing. Wigan kiss coming up, will start 10 yards inside the Auckland half, onto Edwards. Edwards holding it, short pass. Wigan trying to drive through, one man at a time though. Crowd moaning and groaning, they're not happy with this form of play from Wigan, as now Wayne and Goodway trying to bust. Slips a lovely pass on. Wigan coming inside, and Auckland cover well, but that was a nice break by Wigan, well slipped by Goodway. Wigan player flat out on the floors as Edwards moving it across onto Gregory. Gregory running, not giving it to Hansen, who'd linked up, but Auckland moving up very quickly. David Stevenson out to Edwards. Edwards a short one onto Gildart, and Gildart's well taken out of the game. Wigan out on the wing, Russell having a run inside, and Edwards can't take it cleanly, knocks on with the line wide open. Referee will bring them back for the knock on. Ball's plonked down over the try line, but Wigan had knocked on. Hero waiting behind to play the ball, moves it across, back onto Hero. Hero hands it on, out onto Lonergan, and Lonergan's taken. Hooker waiting behind to play the ball, moves it across. High kick, going to go in play. Marshall did very well to stay in play, took it well, still struggling, but eventually it's forced to the ground by Horo. Stevenson inside to Hansen. Hansen nailed as he receives the ball. Stevenson having a run from behind to play the ball, and Auckland coming in very quickly and very smartly, and Wigan finding it very difficult to get the line moving. Now it comes Gregory. Gregory long one to Edwards. Edwards moving it across onto Goodway. Goodway to Hanley. Hanley gets it out to line, and Wigan have whipped the ball across the field and not gained an inch of ground. Russell now behind to play the ball to Edwards. Edwards a short one. Wigan keeping it tight in the forwards at the moment. Referee signaling that 5 tackles have gone as it's flung back to Lydon. Lydon dummies, changing direction, keeping it moving. Wigan are on the last tackles. It comes to Russell. The referee says it's a forward pass. Out to Friend. Friend holding in a short one. Out onto O'Regan. And O'Regan being taken. And neither side denting the defence at the moment as the referee signals 5 tackles have gone. And we've been playing 15 minutes. The loose forward switches it back inside onto the hooker. He kicks a high ball, taken on the try line by Marshall. Does it well, brings it into play, but it's very safe catching. And that was a nasty kick. It was only a yard in from the touchline and right on the corner flag. Wigan not coming forward as Gregory comes over to behind to play the ball. Onto Edwards. Edwards moving it across field. Onto Goodway. Goodway trying to break through. Slipped his pass and Wigan have made the break. Light coming down the middle, sidestepping on a beautiful tackle by Friend. Good break by Wigan, doing the run around. Gregory changed direction, trying to come down the middle. And he's nobbled by the loose forward and the scrum half. Kiss. Out to Edwards. Edwards putting a kick behind the defence. But it's covered by Creaker. Creaker coming inside. Goodway's up there. Goodway hanging on to him, puts him down well on the 25 line. Lets him go quickly, and the acting halfback having to run across. And Gildart is up quickly as well. The rain's starting to come down. Azero gains a good 10 yards of ground, and he bounced down heavily by his future colleagues. Hooker moving it inside, short pass. Good play onto Brown, nice play as Freeman running out wide, and they keep the ball moving well. Going out onto Panapa, and Panapa turns it back inside onto Timavave. The referee, none too happy, shrieks on his whistle most of the time. And it's out to Friend, on to Freeman. Freeman moves it across, on to Creaker. Creaker coming on it very strongly. Wigan having a job to get him down. That was powerful running by Creaker. Friend moving it out to the right wing. A long one from the loose forward. Lovely break down the centre. And that was a high swing by Goodway. He's going to be in trouble. Didn't connect, but the arm went out. And so Auckland get the penalty. Brown will kick for touch down the Wigan left wing. Makes no mistake with it. Hooker coming up to take the tap. On to Horo. Horo a short one down the moving the ball as Friend gets it out to Freeman. Freeman on to Tim Harvey. Good handoff by Tim. Freeman broke through. Good running by New Zealand. He's still going strongly. And they're going to be in. New Zealand have got the first try. And that was a good try to Cooper. After good running by Freeman, the standoff half eventually managed to crack the Wigan defence. And so Auckland going to a 4-0 lead. Well, that move was started from the tap penalty. The run around was worked with second row man, and Freeman frequently doing on to Tim Harvey. Not Wigan flying. Freeman in it again. Freeman taking them inside, and he will not be tackled. Turns it, and it's a lovely finishing run by Cooper to give them the first try. Freeman with a kick, 15 yards in, on the 25 line. Wigan having a conference of war in the in-goal area as Brown comes up, stabs at it. It looks a good kick, and it is sure and true, right over in the middle. Auckland 6, Wigan 0. Hooker now waiting at acting half-back to Regan. Regan driving up the Wigan defence. He's down by both Wigan half-backs. Hooker to Friend. Friend, a long pass across the field, stretches the Wigan defence. Ball being held as Hanley comes. The referee says the pass was forward. Line looking injured, needing attention as the trainer comes on the field. Wigan still packing the 5 forward, so they're back short as Line gets attention. And Gregory comes round from the New Zealand side of the pack to put the ball in. In it goes, coming out to Wigan. Gregory holding it, trying to break through. Can't get away from the clutches of the loose forward. Bad play the ball. Hanley gets it out onto Edwards. Edwards gets it to Hampson. Hampson driving in again into the defence. Lucas, Wigan playing one-man rugby at the moment. Ball's gone loose and New Zealand could well have it. Referee seeing what's happening. And it looks like New Zealand's ball. Lucas having lost the ball in the tackle. Comes out to Friend. Friend on to Freeman. Freeman going back to nice dummy. Edwards gets away from Edwards. Good running by Freeman. Out to the wing going for the line. And he's in. Good finishing by Horo. After once again it was Freeman who cracked the Wigan defence. Got the ball out well. On to Horo. And Horo went lightning for the corner flag to make it now Wigan 0, Auckland 10. And as we look at that again from Regan's played the ball, it's Freeman who's the instigator, the mainspring of the move. First a beautiful dummy, then an elusive run, and a long, wide, accurate pass out to Horo for Horo to go over for Auckland's second try. And Freeman causing Wigan a lot of problems. 8 minutes to go to half-time. Long kick for Brown. A foot or so in from the left-hand touchline. And Wigan don't seem to have any answer at all to this extremely well organised Auckland defence. And that one's off the target. But Wigan have never really looked like cracking this Auckland defence. Crowd rising a bit to them at the moment, urging them on. Wigan putting a lot of effort in, but that's 5 tackles gone as it comes to Lydon. Lydon kicks and it's been knocked down by Shane Horo. Shane Horo coming back in the middle, and Wigan are in with Edwards, and they're hanging on to him. He still won't go down, and 2 more Wigan players have to come over before he's forced down to the deck. Creaker moving it across, long pass onto the loose form, moved well, switched back inside, and that's good play by Auckland from inside their own 25. Bags of confidence as they swung the ball about. Still keeping the ball moving. Brown can't get rid of it as Kiss came in to take him. Kick coming in here, and it's a good kick, a good defensive kick, brings them out of their own half and puts them in a strong attacking position now just outside the Wigan 25. Edwards to Gregory, Gregory to Wayne. Wayne sees a gap, he just can't get through it, his arms are locked. 2 minutes to half time. It goes, a wild pass goes across onto Goodway. Goodway decided he's going to try and break through, gets his pass in, referee says it was forward as Hampson came tearing through on that ball. Referee Kershaw right on top of the game, refereeing well this afternoon. As we come up almost to the half-time mark with Auckland leading by 10 points to 0. Still a lot of trouble among these front rows. And the referee telling them to get wide apart, get away from each other. They're reluctant, and in they go. Now the Paxman. And another penalty for incorrect feeding. Crowd getting very annoyed over on the far side of the field. The referee making sure there's no trouble as the scrum breaks up. And Lydon once again from 10 yards inside his own half. Finds touch halfway between the halfway line and the Auckland 25. Lucas turning up to Gregory to Edwards. Edwards to Goodway. Goodway to Hanley, and Hanley's lost it. Ball's on the floor and Hanley regains possession. And there goes the hooter for the end of the first half. A lot of booing from the crowd. I don't know why. It's been a good half game. Not spectacular. But we go in for the half-time break with a score Wigan 0 and Auckland 10. A deserved 10 points lead. Kicking off from left to right. A high one to Lydon. Lydon holding it. Going to belt it back down the field. To Panaper going across. Creaker at full-back taking it on his own 25, and he's going to kick left-footed. Coming to Hampson, and Hampson decides he's going to kick, and caught cleanly again. And now we have an old-fashioned kicking duel, and that's a bad one. It comes to Gregory. Gregory out to Lydon. Lydon turning forward, going for the line, bringing Russell inside, and Russell manages to keep in play. Gregory onto Edwards. Edwards to Goodway. Goodway trying to bash his way through them. A kiss to Edwards. Edwards changing direction. And the Wigan driving forward as Hampson goes down 12 yards out. Kiss to Edwards. Edwards to Goodway. Goodway battering for the line. Ball's gone astray, and Wigan's final passes breaks down when they looked as they'd broken through in the first minute. Wigan looking a lot more lively at the start of this second half. 10-point deficit to wipe out as Auckland move the ball out near their own line, and Wigan go in and push them back. Lonergan caught in possession, and he's lost the ball, and Wigan have it, and there's a gap. Wigan go on the hell, just short of the line. Kiss caught it behind the play the ball before he can get his pass in. The New Zealand player flat out on the floor as it comes to Gregory. Gregory along onto Edwards to Hanley. Hanley to Goodway, on to Hansen, going for the line, and his pass has been intercepted by Panopers. He's tried to throw it out to the wing, but Wigan looking very lively in this first minute, and Auckland struggling on their own line. But Wigan not been able to turn it into points. Lucas goes in hard into the tackle. Horo behind the play the ball. Both Wigan props taken. Regan going crossfield, put down in the fifth tackle. Wigan trying to hold them there, and there comes the kick behind the defence. Marshall taking it, running in field, beats one tackle, still going, and eventually down by Hero. Hanley deciding he's having a run from behind the play the ball, but he doesn't get very far. Comes out to Gregory. Gregory holding it, being forced back into play. Gets his pass in, but Wigan are being held in the middle. Auckland are lining up very close and moving in quickly as Gregory dummies. Gregory's making the break. Gets it on to Edwards. Edwards going for the line. Puts a little overhead kick. Hanley's up there. And is the referee going to give the obstruction? He is. Edwards was obstructed when he put the kick through. And so Wigan have a chance to reduce the arrears. Penalty is 2 yards from the line. Hanley decides we'll kick for goal. There's only 3 minutes of the second half gone. It's an easy one. Only 7 or 8 yards to the left of the post. And Wigan come out a much better looking side than the one that went in on half time. A lot more spirit, a lot more fire in the belly, a lot more determination in the play in these opening minutes. Wigan 0, Auckland 2. 4 minutes gone as Stevenson sets it up for this, what should be a simple penalty. Rain still coming down, greasy conditions. And makes no mistake, Wigan's first points, Wigan 2, Auckland 10. Auckland hot on the attack now, underneath the Wigan post, as Hooker moves it to Friend. Friend a long wide pass, Cooper turning back inside. And Auckland looking very, very strong as they battering away now at the Wigan line. Out to Friend. Friend changing direction, running back inside, and they have a job putting him down. Still 10 yards out from the Wigan line. Comes out to Cooper. Cooper. And Eat Freeman is snatched out of the air by Goodway. Referee says 5 tackles have gone. As Timmer Varvey comes over onto Friend, who tried to drop goal. She's been charged down. And the referee's going to say it's 6 tackles, so we'll roll over. Kiss waiting behind to play the ball. Wigan very much bunched as Kiss decides he's going to try and bring it away. Now Gregory comes up, and referee says they're not retiring, and Wigan have got a penalty just outside their own 25. Lydon, good kick by Lydon, takes it into the Auckland half of the field. Kiss, short pass, Lucas taking them on, trying to suck them in. Comes out to Gregory. Edwards back to Gregory, and Wigan have dropped the ball. Cooper has it. Gregory coming in with Edwards. Upend the man and down him. That looked a bit high there as Regan was taken out, but it didn't catch him on the head. Kick behind the Wigan defence has been charged down. It comes to Lydon. Lydon running cross field. Still being held, but he managed to get possession for Wigan. Kiss going through from acting half-back. Nearly up to the 25 before he has to die with it. Hanley behind to play the ball. Wayne turning it onto Edwards. Edwards twisting and turning, gumming, but there's no way through this tight Auckland defence. And lying on him between the balls, says the referee. The Toro wouldn't get out of the way, and it's another penalty to Wigan, right in front of the post. Kiss was getting very annoyed though that he couldn't get to the play the ball, and Horo was lying in between the Wigan tackle player and the acting halfback. Just 10 minutes of the second half gone. Wigan 2, Auckland 10. And Wigan coming into the game a lot more. And it looks as if Auckland are making a substitution. And Peter Opate will be coming onto the field. And Lonergan it is who's come off, and Peter Opate is coming on. Lonergan's number 10. Wigan 4, Auckland 10. Hyde out to Edwards. Edwards running it cross field, dummying with it, gets it out to Lydon. Lydon trying to hand one off, but he's been taken from behind. Can't get away from that good tackling. Comes on to Edwards. Edwards a short pass. Wigan trying to crash the way through again. Comes out to Edwards. Edwards to Hanley. Back on to Edwards. On to Goodway. Goodway's through. Going hard for the line. Knocks off one. Turning inside. But he couldn't get his pass to Stevenson. And that was a good run by Goodway. Bit of lying on at the play of the ball. And Wigan got another penalty. Not getting the advantage of the break. Referee wanted them off more quickly. Wigan decide they're going to kick. They're 6 points behind. They should put them. Hanley having a long talk with the referee. "13 minutes of the second half. Wigan coming right back into the game now. Fitness could well be the deciding factor in the last 20 minutes. David Stevenson taking a lot of care with this penalty kick. And he's pulled it wide, and it could have been run out by Creaker. Creaker running it out. Wigan having missed a good run by Creaker. Splits Wigan up right down the middle. Long pass goes out to the wing. Wigan in a lot of trouble as New Zealand streak down the field, and here O'Golden Lydon comes across well to set them, but that was a lovely move, and Wigan penalised for lying on at the play of the ball, and now it's New Zealand who've lost the advantage. And that was a lovely breakout from his own in-goal area by Creaker. And Brown pushes Wigan right back to 10 yards from their own line. So instead of Wigan getting the 2 points, it's New Zealand again, hot on the attack. 10 yards out from the Wigan line. Hooker coming over to take the tap. Moves it to Cooper. Cooper across to Friend. Friend going to try and make a break, but he's down by Gregory. Out to Cooper. Cooper onto Rapati, who's come in as substitute, taken by Goodway. Cooper waiting behind the play of the ball to Regan, doing the run around onto Penapa, who's coming inside, and he goes down. Wigan defending stoutly at the moment. Azuka moves it to Friend. Friend a long pass behind Freeman onto Timavami. A beautiful dummy by Timavami, and Wigan just managed to smother it at the end. Bit of fighting going on the feet, on the floor for the ball, and Wigan have got the penalty. Temperature of this game rising. Emotions getting a bit frayed. And Lydon is called over to give Wigan some relief with a penalty from 5 yards out from their own line, and he bangs it up to the 25 line. Kiss puts his head down, bullocks and barges his way forward. Now Wade trying to have a run, and his feet are taken from under him. Kiss's pass is not a good one, and it's flicked away, and that could be dangerous, and it's retrieved by Stevenson. That was loose play by Wigan, coming on to Lucas. And Auckland are all fired up at the moment as they're going in hard into the Wigan team. And a penalty to Wigan for offside. Perhaps a little too fired up, little too keen, coming forward too soon. And Joe Lydon finds touch. 10 yards short of the halfway line. Kiss coming up, gives it to Lucas. Lucas puts his shoulder in, and Brown puts him down with Rapati. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards back to Gregory, and pass has been knocked down by Cooper, and the referee's let it go, and this is going to be a try from a blatant knock on. Well, that was a bad mistake by the referee. The referee's calling them back. He's giving the knock on. He had a look at the touch shot, but it was such a blatant knock on. One wonders why he didn't give it at the beginning. But he let him run a long way there before he called them back. Gregory to feed the scrum. In it goes, hanging in the pack, out to Edwards. Edwards gets it on to Stevenson. Stevenson bringing his wingman inside, brings Marshall inside. Edwards going crossfield to Hanley. Hanley a wild pass along the floor, and it's been kicked through, and Wigan have lost possession. And Wigan are all at 6s and 7s now. They're bringing vigour in, which is not necessary, and Wigan are going to have to pay the price. The players have been loose, they're getting very ragged, as are the tempers, and they've given the penalty away, and this is a kickable one for Auckland. Hard, tough, close game this, as Brown prepares to kick down to the Wigan spine cop end. He lifts it high and wide, and Wigan decide to run it out. And a bundle down on their own try line. Hansen trying to bring it away, and he's going to get a penalty because they wouldn't let him get up. Silly mistake by Auckland, gives Wigan a chance for another penalty, and Lydon makes no mistake with it, bringing relief again to Wigan. Kiss once more, straight into the defence. Gregory onto Wade. Wade running at the forwards. Kiss to Gregory, and Auckland caught yards offside at the play of the ball. Both sides losing a bit of control, losing the cool. Joe Lydon having a word with Stevenson, and Lydon decides he's going to kick for goal. It's a long range one. Wigan needing all the points they can get to get back into this game, and they're not having a lot of luck in the try-scoring stakes. It's a long kick for Joe Lydon. It's 5 yards into the Auckland half, right in the middle of the field. Powerful kicker, Joe, but it's not a good day for goal kicking. It's ball must be very greasy as the drizzling rain comes down. So he stabs at it. And it's over. Good kick by Lydon. Wigan 6, Auckland 10. One try can do it. Creaker inside, moving it across. Wayne and Goodway go into the tattle. Friend going through from acting half-back. Has his feet taken from under him. Hooker coming through, and Wigan seem to sleep there as Hooker fought his way forward. Edwards yanking away at the ball but can't get it off him. Switch of direction inside, a strong run by the number 8 prop. Referee says 5 tackles have gone. As Cooper comes up behind to play the ball, he's going to try and drop goal, and it goes wide and dead. Back to the Wigan 25 then. As Gregory comes up, takes the tap. Russell's come in from the wing. Bad play the ball to Gildart. Gildart can only run across the field. Comes out to Gregory, to Edwards, back on to Gregory. A good way, they're keeping a close eye on him, and he has to go down as Cooper comes in with Freeman to tattle him. Gregory, long pass back onto Lydon. Lydon kicks behind the defence. It's a long kick, and it rolls into touch on the 25 line. That saved his forwards an awful lot of graft. Comes out to New Zealand, and a lovely break by Auckland, right from the base of the scrum. Tremendous, he's had a great game as Freeman. Creaker behind the play the ball, trying to get his line moving. Timovavi coming back inside, back onto Creaker. Creaker trying to come down the middle. Wigan desperately backpedaling. Cooper gets it out onto Brown. Brown going very strongly forward, he's met equally determinedly. Comes out to Friend onto Regan. Regan back onto Friend onto here. He did well to take that, did Hero, to hang on to that. Friend waiting behind to play the ball. Inside to Panaper. Panaper's followed and put down. Regan behind to play the ball. Out to Cooper. Cooper hoists a high one. Hampson's there, takes it well. Being held and swung round by Horo. Wigan now trying to batter the way out of their own 25. Kiss decides he's going to make a break, and he's through, getting a lot of ground. He couldn't get rid of the ball as he backed him up. Goes out to Gregory. Gregory puts the kick in behind the defence. It's rolling over the touchline. Creaker chasing it, but he only knocks it back. He keeps it in play. Gets possession for Auckland, and Gregory's up there to put him down, but Auckland now have it just outside the run, and he's not getting up. Referee stops the clock. And this has been a titanic struggle, both sides giving it all that they've got. They've really battled hard in a good, clean game. To Edwards. Edwards to Gregory. Back on to Edwards. Wigan going round in decreasing circles as Auckland are moving up very quickly onto Wigan. Funneling them back in, and Wigan can't get moving. Now Gregory changes direction. Lucas decides he'll do it by brute force. To Gregory. Gregory on to Edwards. Edwards moving it along the line. Hadley, lob pass. Wigan in a bit of trouble. The ball's whipped back onto Goodway. Good way, trying to bust through, but he well taken. Sure tackling puts him down. Kiss coming through from the play of the ball, getting a lot of ground. Going to get caught with it though, can't get rid of it. I think the referee's signalling that's 5 as it's flung back to Lydon. And Lydon hoists a high ball. Should be covered by wingman. Horo takes it well. Can't get past his man on the outside, and Hero going over. Kevin Hero behind the play of the ball, moves it inside onto Creaker. Creaker runs into the Wigan forwards. Moving it along the line, overhead kick, Hampson's there to take it, it sits up for him. Going into the middle, but there's a lot of blue jerseys, he's taken by Friend. Gildart decides he's going to play them on his own. He's getting nowhere. Pad play the ball. Kiss having to fumble with it. Has to die with it. Wayne coming up to acting half-back. Wayne to Gregory. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards a long one to Hanley. Hanley knocks off one. They're still hanging on to him, he's still trying to force his way, but they're keeping a close watch on him altogether. Comes to Edwards, Edwards to Gregory, Gregory holding it, and we're going to knock down as they're receiving the ball. As Wayne getting up to play it, Gregory being caught behind the play of the ball, lets the ball go to Kiss, Kiss gets it moving, Hampson kicks left-footed. Taken by Panama. Panama turns it inside to Creaker. Creaker going across the field, being chased by Hanley and Gregory. 10 minutes to go in this so tight game. Panama's cut right across the field, taking in an active half-back. Plays it back to Regan. Regan turning it inside. Rapati still on his feet. When he get his pass in, on to Brown. Regan trying to bust his way through, Wigan holding on to them. And he's not getting up. Friend holding it, short pass on to Freeman. Freeman coming inside, but nearly through again. Referee signalling that 5 tackles have gone. Friend sends a long one. Kick behind the Wigan defence is a good one, into touch. Good kick by Tim of Harvey. And the referee giving Wigan a penalty. There must have been an obstruction off the ball. Lydon finds it inside the 25. It didn't go in cleanly, bounced before it went in. Now the crowd roar, wanting Wigan to pull this game out of the bag. Wigan forming the wall, going to work a move. Edwards swings it back to Gregory, and Wigan have lost the ball. Going for the line, it's been played on. The referee's going to give the knock on as Wigan went over. Lydon takes it quickly. A good kick, takes it over the halfway line. Last ditch effort coming up for Wigan as Kiss comes up onto Lucas. Lucas turning, Gregory a long one to Edwards. Edwards stretching the defence to Goodway. Goodway onto Stevenson, nearly had his head taken off, and there's a Wigan player flattened down here as it comes inside, a long one to Edwards. Edwards decides he's going to go down the middle and he runs into trouble. Kiss to Gregory, Gregory holding it. On to Gildart, Gildart on to Russell. Russell bounces off one, put down, a few yards in from the touchline. Comes to Gregory, Gregory holding it. On to Edwards, Edwards trying to sidle his way through and it doesn't come off. Kiss going through from the play of the ball, stumbling back to Edwards. Edwards a long pass out to Russell, who's faced with a lot of defence. On the 25 line, 5 gone. Gregory coming over, Gregory to Edwards, Edwards going to put a kick, hoists it high, Hampson's following it, Hampson takes it but can't get it cleanly, the ball's loose and Wigan are in and they've scored! No, he says knock on. Try disallowed. Wigan knocked on, short of the line. 5-yard scrum, 3 minutes to go. Wigan nearly pulled it out of the bag. With that kick from Edwards, Hampson underneath it, couldn't take it cleanly. Friend feeds and Friend gets it out. Still on his feet, getting his line moving. Good running again by Freeman. He's lost the ball, and it must be a forward pass. Referee stepping in to stop any battling. So it's a scrum down and Wigan to feed. 2 minutes to go. Auckland lying up very flat with the forwards. Wigan line out deep. Auckland lying out flat. Wigan expecting to get the ball. A penalty to Wigan. Scrum infringement. Surely we're not going to finish up battling with just 2 minutes to go. What's been a great game. Forwards sorting themselves out. Auckland not 10 points back. Take the short tap. Trying to batter the way through the line. Wigan crowd roaring the favourites on now. As it comes to Gregory. Gregory trying to go on his own. A solid wall of blue jerseys batter him down. Edwards said he's going to play him on his own and he can't get through. Kiss. Wigan holding it, a long one onto Hampson. Hampson going back inside. And he's still struggling, but he can't get rid of the ball. David Stevenson's come up. David Steven decides he's going to try and score on his own. And it's 39 minutes and they're dragging him over the touchline. And he manages to stay in play. As it comes to Lydon, Lydon hoists a wild kick. And Wigan can't get it, they've knocked it, so it's from the 25. And there goes the hooter. What has been a great game, won by Auckland. The final score, Wigan 6, Auckland 10.
And Tiro Patti gets the game underway. Ball goes deep, first touch of the night for a fire. The flying wingman from Widnes, he runs crossfield looking for the gap. Chased by Tiro Patti. And the Fire's run makes him about 10 yards of ground. Form the run across the field, another play the ball's kicked into touch. So we have the first scrum of the game. Derek Fox to feed. Sees the return from the back. Dies with the balls, the cover. Challenge comes in from Freeman. Ball now with Crooks driving it out. Takes play just short of the 25. Furbank missed out. As Powell takes the tackle on the 25. Callian puts the ball back to Whitfield. He tries the kick crossfield. John Rapati takes it. Feints for the kick, decides to run crossfield. And straight into Powell and Roberts. Good push back in the challenge from Crooks and Powell. So Auckland used the big forwards to try to drive the ball away. Freeman. The short ball onto Hooker, he's driven back. Whitfield mauls at the ball and gets it. Now it puts it inside to Roy Powell. Powell taking on the Auckland 25. The Callian short ball inside to Furbank. Derek Fox. It's a long ball out to Lee Crooks, looking around for support, trying to get the ball away. But he's held in the challenge. Callian on to Fox. Edwards looking around for runners, puts it back to Myler. He skirts through some slack Auckland cover and he's tackled just 10 yards short of the line. And with Fox again, now Edwards. And Select bring along the line. Andy Platt is driving in. Tattle just 10 yards short on the 5th tackle. Ball to Edwards, puts up the high kick, crossfield. Myler takes it, but Myler judged offside. As Brown comes over, and he'll put the kick to touch, the opposite side of the ground from the commentary side at Headingley. Kick makes about 20 yards. And Brown takes the tap. This time puts the kick forward, it's charged down though. It's time from Powell over the top. On Goulding. And Sherman Select caught offside at the play of the ball. Hooker goes for the quick tap. Auckland bring it out to the right, quick hands. Man missed, picked up by Panapa, chips through, fires there to cover. He gathers it well under pressure. Furbank to an acting halfback. And drives it away as his forwards settle it down. Short ball from McCallum, misses out. Crooks, Powell takes up the running. And he's flung to ground by Kaiser. Ball back to Whitfield. Puts the kick deep down centre field. John Ropati gathers well. The Whitfield's up there though. Makes the tackle. Auckland still trapped in their own half of the field now. Panapa tries to run it away from acting halfback, but runs straight into Andy Platt from St Helens. This time Kaiser takes up the running. He just runs cross field. The ball back inside to Goulding, but he can make no ground. Auckland out for the kick. Freeman takes it up. Taken round the bootlaces though by McCallion. As the 6th tackle comes up, Freeman tries the kick and finds touch just 5 yards inside the Chairman's half of the field. Healed by McCallum on to Edwards. Edwards puts the chip kick through, Ford's chasing. Finally it's Horrell that gathers, he runs cross field. Looks to stop, looking for the gap, Fairbank's chasing him. Finally it's Crooks who flings him to ground. Hooker goes to acting halfback. Auckland played along the line, Ropati tries his luck. Still manages to get the ball out. Auckland running round in circles at the moment. Now Freeman decides to open it up. And again, stout Germans. 13 tackling, drive Auckland back to their own 25. Sukra goes to acting halfback. It's the ball back to John Ropati. Kick straight downfield. Myler has it covered. Looking round. That Ford coming inside. Waited just a little too long, but he does manage to take play inside the Auckland half of the field. As Fox goes to acting halfback onto Roy Powell. Time McCallum puts it onto Platt. Platt looking round trying to unload the ball. But Auckland wrap him up well, man and ball. Edwards plays the short ball to Fairbank. Fox this time tries the kick. Morrow gathers well. But the Sherman select up quickly. Short ball to Kaiser's a good strong challenge. Met well though by Fairbank from Bradford. Auckland played out to the left. Although the Ropati brothers, he loses the ball in the challenge. And Fox gathers for the Shermans to select. Out to Lee Crooks running around the blind side. Takes play over the 25 before he's flung to the ground. Looks like Goulding copped a boot in the mouth. And Crooks was eager to get up and play that ball. Referee right on the spot, allows play on. Edwards works the run out to Fox with short ball inside to Platt. Well, Furbank just unable to hold Platt's final ball. And Toro comes up with it. We're playing just 11 minutes of this game, no score at the moment. It's both packs testing each other. Now Auckland played out the narrow side. Freeman, quick pass on to Horo. Works the run around, he's still on his feet, he's looking around for support. And he's taken to ground, 5 yards inside the Sherman's half of the field on the 5th tackle. Cooper puts the chip over, Edwards is there, takes it well. Finally bounced to the ground though by Cooper. It was opposite number for Auckland. Now Whitfield, bring along the line. Fire, unable to take the ball. Ball's lost, Panapa picks up. Whitfield comes across. Whitfield makes the tackle just 10 yards from the Sherman's line. Now Cooper misses out Brown. It's on to Ropati. He still manages to get his ball away to Paddy Tumavey. Auckland keeping this ball alive. Now Horo. We saw the gap went through Powell's challenge. Now Freeman taking it up. Taking just 5 yards short of the line. As Kaiser goes to acting halfback. Cooper on ball to Ropati. He throws a long pass to Horo. He has to come back inside, but Auckland lose ground on the move. Brown takes it from a standing start. He's held by Powell and Furbank. Just over the 25, the 6 tackles coming up. As Freeman fakes the pass to Cooper, the ball goes loose. And Furbank picks up. Looked like a knock-on, but referee allows play on as Crooks takes up the running, shrugs off one challenge. As Kaiser comes in over the top to take him to ground. Seamus McCallan acting halfback, misses out Powell. Dives straight for Andy Platt. McCallan again and acting halfback. And Brown's round there quickly. Had to play the ball. Auckland moving up quickly, they play the balls. And found in the last match, they were up quickly on Wigan, stifle the moves. As Whitfield puts the ball to Fox, he puts a kick deep. Again taken by Panapa. Looking for the gap. Flung to ground though by Carl Furbank, number 11. Tiro Pate. He still manages to get his ball away. Auckland played out to the left, short ball back from Cooper onto Kaiser, and he felt the full weight. The challenge from Powell. Now Brown decides there's no one at home on the wing, puts the grubber kick down, and Fire's chasing back. Sit on to Myler, runs back inside. Myler beats one man. And Colin Whitfield goes to acting halfback for the German select. He tries to run it out himself, makes 5 yards. Callion to Edwards, short ball onto Crooks. And Crooks taking the ball up on his own, there's no one in support. Now Powell takes it up. German select using the forwards well. And gaining valuable ground. Now the ball goes back for Whitfield for the kick. Taken well by John Rapati. He tries to run through Edwards. And Roberts. Ball goes loose. Phil Ford chips on. It's a chase for the line. Ford was obstructed. And finally it's Panapa that picks up, but Ford makes the challenge. Aided by Furbank. Rapati tries to go at himself for matching halfback. Whitfield solid in the challenge. Short ball from Freeman. Cooper throws a long ball back to Rapati. He finds some space. Edwards is chasing up. Auckland keep the move alive. Cooper onto Freeman. Referee's in the way. Freeman's still going. But a good tackle around the bootlaces by Lee Crooks. Freeman kicked out at Crooks. On the challenge. Crooks gave him one back. Earns the wrath of the referee Holsworth for back chatting. And another free kick. Crooks still not happy with the penalty award against him from the play of the ball. Tried to take his own revenge on him. That was straight on the eye of Holsworth. And Brown puts the kick over. Fox feeds again. Chiefs in the back, puts it onto Edwards in space. Got a Fire coming inside now. Fire takes it up. The Fire's got to go in. Fire scores the try. About 15 yards from the side of the left-hand upright. You can see the move coming from the first scrum. Fox played the ball out around the blind side, found Edwards in space, and Edwards flipped a lovely ball back inside. Able to Fire get his name on the score sheet. First try of the evening coming from the scrum. Ball goes out to Sean Edwards. He draws the Auckland cover, makes room for Fire to come through. East side straight through. And takes the score. So the German select 4. Auckland 2. The conversion attempt from Colin Whitfield to come. And Whitfield puts the ball over, again courtesy of the upright. Callian looking for the quick pay the ball. Fox mixed out onto Crooks as Edwards came through. Crooks just unable to get his pass away. And Derek Fox again. Decides to put the kick deep. Ball rolls through Rapati's legs. But he has time to gather on his own line. Has to run it out. And straight at Andy Platt. He stood up in the tackle. Tumavara tries to run it from out in half-back. The ball was back to John Rapati. He kicks straight. Picked up by Marley. He's got a Fire on his inside. Now Fire takes it up. And he sits round Tumavare. He's out to the far way. Now puts the ball onto Phil Ford. Ford tries to come back inside. Looking round for support, taken up by a Fire. But a Fire's final pass goes to ground, but Edwards picks up. That brings the crowd alive here at Headingley. It's a long pass out along the line. Crooks onto Platt. Quick ball from Platt to Whitfield. Myler onto Powell. And turns out a one challenge. It's taken about 15 yards from the Auckland line. As the sixth tackle comes up, referee allows play on. As Crooks puts up the big one. Orrell's coming, he takes it well. It's to run by his own line, sidesteps around Crooks. Roberts takes him to ground, just 5 yards from his own line. Auckland players bunched at the moment. One man runs from the play of the ball, making no ground. Held inside their own quarter. It was Golding, taken by Edwards. Ball comes to Freeman and Cooper. Quick ball back to Brown. Brown was stood in the tackle and still managed to get his pass away. The sixth tackle comes up. Freeman puts the kick deep downfield. The Fire's chasing. He takes it well. Got Myler with him in support. Tries to take Panapa on the outside. Panapa good enough. And Whitfield can't hold on to the ball. This time Edwards sees the gap. He's held by the collar though, by Peter Brown. Ball goes back to Whitfield. He kicks out to the right of the field. Rupati has to chase it for it. He picks it up under no pressure, decides to run it out to the left. And a good tackle from Gary Schofield. Ball now with Freeman. He skirts through two Sherman's tackles, puts it onto Brown, looking back for the return. And finally it's Phil Ford that intercepts. And Freeman not at all happy as he puts Ford to ground. Now Powell sees the gap. Makes about 10 yards in the run, does Roy Powell. Bedward switches direction, puts it inside to Crooks. Crooks looking to get the ball away. Fox onto Roberts. Ball out from Schofield. And he puts the kick in, but the ball goes out on the full. Brings play back. Runs into Freeman. Lee Crooks. McCallum puts the ball back to Edwards, on to Crooks, coming round on the switch movement. He's held in the challenge. Still 20 yards inside the Auckland half of the field as Edwards gets the ball, sees the gap, puts it inside to Gary Schofield. Schofield looking around for support, tries to go it himself. Nearly has his head taken off in the process. Manages to get his pass out to a fire. He collides with McCallum and finally takes the challenge, 10 yards from the Auckland line. The 6 tackles coming up as Fox puts out the high kick. Horo's there, can't hold it. Ford picks up and Ford goes in for the under the post. Makes up in the Auckland defence as the kick from Fox came in. Ford was there, pounces on it, was straight in under the post, leaving Whitfield with a simple conversion attempt. And takes the score now. German select 10 points, Auckland 2. And conversion attempt from Whitfield to come. Early points on the board in the second half for the German select. Second try of the inning for the German select, coming from the speculative up and under from Fox. As Kaiser and Horo getting each other's way, the ball bounces free and Phil Ford's there to pick up and go under the post for the try. Whitfield makes no mistake with the conversion attempt. Fox at acting half-back, onto Edwards. Andy Platt looking for the gap. Tries to turn in the challenge. Tackle just 10 yards inside the Auckland half of the field. Schofield at acting half-back to Edwards. Now Crooks trying to turn. Flicks the ball out, but Brown takes it for Auckland. Now sets Auckland up on an attack. They have a 4-1 overlap. Left-hand side of the field. It's the pass from Cooper, goes out, looks like he was forward. And Panapa took up the run-in. But a fire just managed to get it hand to his ankles and take him into touch just over the German select 25. Hooker onto Cooper, to Mark Horo. Edwards is in there after the ball. He's held up on the 25. A short ball inside from Freeman to Brown, but that was forward. And this time it's all on the centre field. Freeman came through, Crooks gave him one. Now all the players are involved in the centre field. A bit silly at this stage of the game. Referee Holsworth in the thick of it, trying to separate the players. Looks like he sent Crooks off. The German select captain First he's calling Crooks out. On his opposite prop, Peter Brown. And Crooks and Brown have been sent from the field. And Crooks has said something to the referee. Referee Holsworth not having any tonight. Schofield goes across. Urges Crooks to get off the field before he does any more damage. So both props sent from the field. Following the fracas. Fox feeds the scrum, good heel by McCallan. Mallard comes round the narrow side. Tirupati comes over the top, completes the challenge. The chairman Select bring it along the line. Schofield onto Whitfield, he manages to get the ball out to O'Fire. O'Fire tries to go out round on the left hand side of Panapa. Schofield, who put the pass inside, gratefully accepted though by the substitute Patton. And he takes play just short of the halfway. And Rupati makes 5 yards inside German's territory. As Auckland now bring it out along the line. Good ball from Freeman. Slight double obstruction. Referee's seen it this time. Auckland look to play it along the line. By number 12, Rupati. Powell tries his luck off the short ball from Fox. Callian again onto Fox, centre field to Edwards. Bad ball from Edwards. Schofield can't hold. It's inside from Freeman onto Freeman. Auckland seem intent on pushing the ball to the inside of the field, but they have an overlap on this side now to bring it along the line. Horo goes around Powell, and then again Ford takes him into touch. Well, heel by McCallion to Edwards, onto Marler joining the line. Tries to run through his opposite number, Rupati. Cooper comes in over the top to complete the challenge. Now Andy Platt. He's looking to get the ball away, does well, onto Furbank, onto Fox. Edwards again. Decides to put the kick over the defence. It's running towards touch. Horo's chasing back, but I think the ball will beat him, and he does. The kick from Edwards finds touch, just 10 yards short of the Auckland line. About 10 minutes of this game left. As Freeman waits patiently to feed for Auckland. Pike's wheeling. Freeman receives from the back, puts it back to Horo. He tries to come inside. The ball goes loose, picked up for Fox by Fox. And Freeman throws the punch in on Fox as he went to ground. It's away another silly penalty to the German Select. This time Edwards decides to take the tap. The German Select looking for the set piece. Powell takes up the running. Was driving in. Tattle 10 yards short of the Auckland line. Now McCallion looks for the gap. Great Britain. The German Select forwards lining up. Edwards puts the ball back inside to Platt. Platt tattle just short. Desperate Auckland defence. Fox shows the dummy, decides to go himself. It looked like he'd gone over the line, but he's unable to ground the ball, so we'll head off for Auckland. Dixon come in and did just enough to take him to ground. Partick puts it back inside to Freeman. Freeman Throws a loose pass, Cooper takes up, he's being chased by Edwards and Dixon. And Edwards sticks one on Cooper. Silly from Sean Edwards. And Cooper comes back for more for round 2. And time the referee Holsworth's involved. There's been a bit of niddling between the two half-backs most this second half. What's the referee going to do about this? Uncharacteristic of Edwards. Edwards still incensed. Being pulled away by Phil Ford, an ex-Wigan teammate. And Edwards gets 10 minutes in the sin bin. And Cooper stays on the field. This time Furbank puts his head down. Well, back to Whitfield, he puts the kick straight downfield. Rapati takes it to the second attempt. A lot of ground to make up, he's running out right. But Whitfield follows him well and makes the challenge. Now to Patton. And the ball inside down to Tiro Patti, slips the cover, puts it back to Horo. Long ball out. And Shane Horo who goes in for Auckland. Stretch the German select cover. And Horo goes in. About 8 yards from the corner flag. Takes the score now to the German select. 12 points. Auckland 6. Conversion attempt to come from number 3, Tiro Patti. He's on the 25-yard line. Left-hand side of the post.
Auckland's last try coming from the play the ball. They play ball across the field. Panapa comes on the short pass, first decides to go left then right, puts it back out to Rapati. Rapati finds Horo in support and Horo goes in by the corner flag.
Tirupati in no hurry. Starts his run up very slowly. Up he comes on the kick. And straight across towards the corner flag on the opposite side of the field. And Rapati's happy with it. For Whitfield to restart the dying minutes of this game. And 6-point lead. Suka tries to drive it away, the ball's lost in the tattle. Referee's there on the spot. Scrum will go down on the Auckland 25. Fox feeds and he receives. It's on to Whitfield. Whitfield trying to go out left. Number 15 Patton comes round over the top to complete the challenge. On to Carl Furbank. He's had a good game, this youngster, tonight. Taking the ball up well. And there goes the final hooter. The final match in this 6-match Auckland tour. They've won 3, they've lost 3. I think they'll be quite happy the fact they beat Wigan. That's what they were looking forward to mostly. Put one over the fellow countryman Graham Lowe. Good night from Headingley.